Fun Facts presents the 1958 C1 Chevrolet Corvette. It may be considered a classic. It may be considered a classic muscle car. It was first introduced in 1953 through 1963. So if you're excited, I'm excited. This is one of the most iconic cars on the road. Let's get started now. From the standpoint of appearance, the 1958 Corvette was far more excessive than its predecessors. While cars still reflected the design changes implemented in the 1956 and 57 models, the 58 Corvette now sported simulated louvers on its hood, non-functional air-take scoops on either side of the grille, and pony vents in the body side cones. It also featured twin chrome suspenders that ran from the base of the rear window down the trunk lid before ending abruptly at the rear fender. Another notable departure from the early models was the additional of quad headlamps wrapped in a thick chrome bezel. Much like the chrome suspenders featured on the trunk lid, the chrome strip ran along the top of the fenders, accentuating the appearance of the headlamps and giving an overall swept-back appearance. Lastly, the chrome teeth in the front grille itself were reduced from 13, as it had been the standard in all Corvettes prior to 1958, to only 9. The 1958 Corvette not only looked heavier with its many new additions and designs, but it had actually gotten heavier. For the first time in Corvette history, the car exceeded 3,000 pounds, which was an increase of 200 pounds over the 1957 model. However, the increase in weight was not merely due to the excesses that were included in the car's makeover, but was the result of the increased size of the car. The 1958 Corvette had 9.2 inches added to the length and 2.3 inches of added width, bringing the car's overall dimensions to 177 by 72 inches. Because of the increase in weight and size, the Corvette would require the additional radius rods to the rear suspension, which would help offset some of the behavioral issues the car experienced under hard acceleration conditions. While the exterior revisions to the 1958 Corvette exuded excess from almost every angle, the interior revisions to the car were no less substantial. Although they were better received, a significant redesign of the instrument cluster at the request of Zora Arkus Duntov resulted in all of the gauges, save for the clock, to be placed directly in front of the driver in a bindle. After the repeat criticisms of the instrument placement in earlier models, this change seemed only natural to the Corvette design team. The new cluster consisted of a 160 mph speedometer, which dominated most of the dashboard, while a smaller 6,000 RPM tachometer was placed ahead of it on the steering column. Flanking the tachometer on each side was a pair of standard instrument gauges that monitored fuel levels, oil pressure, engine temperature, and battery charge. Regardless of personal opinions surrounding the 1958 Corvette's appearance, there were no questions what the performance factor would be. Nearly unchanged from the 1957 Corvette, the 58 continued to utilize the 283 engine, now officially rated at 290 horsepower at 6,200 RPMs. The fuel-injected Duntov Cam 283 continued to flourish beneath the hood of the 1958 Corvette as the top-level engine for that year's model run. The base model engine was installed in nearly half of the 1958 models. It was surprisingly the base level of only 230 horsepower V8 engines that buyers sought out. Only 1,500 Corvettes were actually fitted with the fuel injection option, and of those, 1,000 featured the 290 horsepower setup, the other 500 belonging to the 250 horsepower version of the Corvette. For those enthusiasts that had continued to demand uncompromising speed and performance after the introduction of the 1958 model, Chevrolet continued to offer a near race-ready version of the Corvette, which they made available at local dealerships across the country, and at prices that made buying even the highest-end Corvette affordable, with upgrades ranging from high-performance 290 horsepower fuel-injected engine, posi traction, heavy-duty metallic brake and suspension, and a 4-speed manual transmission. And the total difference in cost between the base price Corvette and its racing counterpart was about $1,500. Well, if you found yourself this far into the video, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch our video. And if you like our video, please give us a thumbs up. It really does help our channel. And if you like our channel, please subscribe, because we're going to be doing all the Corvettes, all the different generations of Corvettes. We're going to be doing all the muscle cars, all the sports cars. We'll be doing the hybrid cars, the supercars, the hot rods, the custom cars, the autoramas, a little bit of everything for everybody. So we thank you and we wish you a great day, and we hope to see you when we upload our next video. Take care always.